When something is important enough, you do it even if the odds are not in your favor. I think it's possible for ordinary people to choose to be extraordinary. The best way to predict the future is to create it. Failure is an option here. If things are not failing, you are not innovating enough. I would like to die on Mars. Just not on impact. You get paid in direct proportion to the difficulty of problems you solve. I think it's very important to have a feedback loop, where you're constantly thinking about what you've done and how you could be doing it better. If something's important enough, even if the odds are against you, you should still do it. The fundamental problem with electric vehicles is the battery. We need a battery that is lighter, cheaper, and has more energy density. I'm trying to do the impossible and be the best at it. It's very important to like the people you work with, otherwise life and your job is going to be quite miserable. I think it's really important to have a great product, but you also have to have a great team to deliver it. We're going to make it happen. As God is my bloody witness, I'm hell-bent on making it work. I think it's possible for ordinary people to choose to be extraordinary. You want to be innovating, and if you're not innovating, then you're falling behind. To be a great entrepreneur, you need to have a combination of vision, creativity, and tenacity. I'd like to be able to go to space and be able to get back. That would be amazing. The best way to solve a problem is to use technology to create a solution. You should take the approach that you're wrong. Your goal is to be less wrong. It's okay to have your eggs in one basket as long as you control what happens to that basket. When something is important enough, you do it even if the odds are not in your favor. I think it's important to always have a mission in life and to make sure you're doing something that really matters. You want to be innovative, but you also have to be able to execute on that innovation. The biggest risk is not taking any risk. I don't create companies for the sake of creating companies, but to get things done. I think it's really important to have a clear vision of what you want to achieve. It's important to be optimistic and to be able to see the positive side of things. I try to have a really good work-life balance, but I also think it's important to be passionate about what you do. I think the key to success is perseverance and hard work. You have to have a vision, and you have to be able to execute on that vision. When you're trying to change the world, you have to be prepared for resistance. I think the most important thing is to have a great team and to be able to work well together. You have to be willing to take risks and to be able to handle failure. I think it's important to be persistent and to keep pushing forward. You need to be able to adapt and change course when necessary. I think it's important to stay focused and not get distracted by the small things. The best way to get something done is to be passionate about it. I think it's important to keep learning and to keep growing. You have to be willing to put in the hard work and to be dedicated to your goals. I think the most successful people are those who are able to stay focused on their goals. You need to be able to take risks and to be willing to fail. I think it's important to have a clear vision and to be able to execute on that vision. You have to be able to handle criticism and to use it to improve. I think it's important to be persistent and to keep pushing forward even when things get tough. You need to be able to adapt and to change course when necessary. I think the most important thing is to stay focused on your goals and to keep working towards them. You have to be willing to take risks and to be able to handle failure. I think it's important to keep learning and to keep growing as a person. You need to be able to handle criticism and to use it to improve yourself. I think the key to success is to be persistent and to never give up.